Oceanicod, Galiel, Nicot, Tijedo, Kohig, Wade Blevins, Dawadon, Telegigantino, Unole, Dawadon. Welcome to Cherokee 3 here on RSU TV. My name is Wade Blevins, and I'm really glad that you're here today. As you can tell, my voice is much better today. However, my partner in crime, Miss Peggy, she is not here today. So we will just do the best we can and press on. So kohig jogat du sine jalagia de lo kwaste. Today is the 13th Cherokee lesson. Come idalena jalagi de one. Okay? All right. So in our reading selection, as you might remember, we are reading through this Cherokee hymn that was in the little Cherokee hymnal that every Cherokee church used to have. And this was hymn 106, to be sung at meals. And so we talked about that a little bit. And we didn't sing it, however, the last time because my voice was not in good shape or good enough shape to even try to sing. So today, hopefully, I will try and sing. There are a couple of different tunes to this, and I will try to remember those tunes, okay? So because this song is new to me as well. This was also not a song, this was also not a song that Miss Peggy knew either. But we'll reread through the first verse, and then we'll go ahead and we'll continue on to the second. So, this says, Hik tahesti ani gashkila jagan wiyuhi ale ni kanataqu ejala diske. Okay, and this verse means king, or you king, know this place here at the table, and in all places you will be loved or you will be praised, okay? So that's verse 1. The second one, this is brand new, so let's work our way through this. And so this says, ni hi gu, or ni hi guo, di da le ni, jo ja li sta yan di ha, a le u ja ti a yan, I j ya li e li j ha. Okay? So that's what each of those little characters means, and let's try and make a little bit of sense about it or from it. So, nihi wu, or nihi guo, di daleni. Nihi, nowadays we would say nihi wu, okay? Only you, okay? Di daleni is the beginning. So only you are the beginning. Jojal stayan di ha. Jojal stayan di ha. That we can all eat this meal, that we can all have a meal. So it's only through you that we can begin to eat this meal. ale, and, ujati, a lot, aya, ijayal, ijayali eli jeha. We we are grateful, okay, to you. We're grateful for we're grateful to you, okay. So that's verse 1 and 2, okay. I will do my best to sing. So the tune that is printed in the original or in the hymnal is not the same one as underneath the top. It says, "Tune, take my life and let it be." So we will go through it, and like I said, there are two different tunes. The first one that I will try to sing, or I will do my best, because these are new tunes to me as well, so I'll try to remember, is "Take My Life and Let It Be." And when we sing it to that tune, the very last part of the very last word we repeat, okay? So this says, Higata hesti ani. Nope, I don't think I could do it today. So we're going to have to forego the singing, as again, my voice is still kind of trashed out. So, but hopefully, before we make our way all the way through the song, I'll be able to sing the two different tunes for you. But I don't think it's going to be today. So so we will go ahead and we will make our way through. So we're in the process of learning about the possum. This is an informational paragraph. Informational writing, of course, is very, very different than fictional writing or things like myths and stories and things like that. Myths and stories, particularly, are usually told in the past tense, whereas informational is usually told in the present. In Cherokee, it's told in a tense that we don't really have in English. It's a tense that is called the habitual. Okay, and the habitual just means that we're not talking about one thing that the possum is doing. We're talking about general characteristics that the possum always has, right? This is how the possum is, okay? And so it's habitually has these things, okay? And so the endings are slightly different. So real quickly, most of this part is going to be review. So we'll go through there as quickly as we can, and then we'll move on. So this says, Ujesti kaya sole adale niska gani da dai igana hita jogatu ale joskohi galkogi isitadisti. Okay, so real quickly, in your mind, try to pick out some of those words and try to tell me, before I put the English on there, try to tell me what this sentence in general is talking about. So, ujesti kaya sole adaleni skagani dai ikana hit jogatu ale joskohi galkogi isitadisti. And of course, that's talking about the length of the possum from its nose to the tip of its tail. And of course, it's jogatu ale joskohi galkogi, 13 to 37 inches long. Okay, the next one says ganidata uye le ha ale ganahi sa soneli ale soneladu isitadisti. So again, quickly, try to either pick out some individual words or tell me in general what this sentence is telling us about. Ganidata uye leha ale ganahi sa soneli ale sonela du isitadisti. And of course, this sentence is talking about the length of the tail, right? The tail is naked and between 9 and 19 inches long. Okay? This one here says, Duwan Gatla Ale Chutale Ne Dago Husti Yikakwe Nen Gani Data. Okay, Duwan Gatla Ale Judalena Dago Husti Yikakwenan Gani Data. And again, see if you can pick out individual words. Hopefully by now you can at least pick up the word Ganidata, right? Ganidata, his tail, and Duwangatla, branches, if that helps at all. So it talks about, this sentence talks about the prehensile nature of the tail. It says the tail can wrap around branches and various other things, different things. Okay? This one, Ganage uskolai junal suwit ale usti Dani Lilko. Okay. Ganage uskola junal suit ale usti Dani Lilko. Okay. And what does this one talk about? Okay, it talks about its color and it talks about its small ears, right? It's gray colored and has small ears. Okay, this one says, Hikskohi ego danina danin doko ale ganege dinik tole. Okay. Hiksko ego danin doko ale ganege dinik tole. So what things are we talking about in this sentence? Hiksko iga danin doko ale ganege dinik tole. Okay, it talks about its teeth and its eyes. How many teeth? Hilayik danin doko. Hilayik danin doko. Hiksko, 50, right? Kata ust usuit dinik tol. The ust usuit dinik tol. Okay. Ganege. Okay, so they have 50 teeth and black eyes. Okay. This one says, Sikwa ujeti marsupials dano se hon anida ganon dai danin da ganoda ganoda danin doho. That no should be danini doho, danin doho. Sikwa ujets marsupials dano seho anid ganodai danini doho. Okay, so they're called marsupials. which means they carry around their young in a pouch, right? So that's what this one talks about. Okay? Juntloyi koala yon ale udlawada ujesti. Okay? And so this one talks about the possum being the same as koala yon ale udlawada, and the kangaroo. And we talked about this word kangaroo, meaning it has a pocket, right? Okay, possums are similar to koalas and kangaroos. All right, this one. Ujetsti unasa marsupials ane amayetli juhudla. Okay, ujetsti unasa marsupials ane amayetli juhudla. Okay. Ujechti, of course, is possums. Unesa are the only marsupials ane that live amayetli juhudla in North America. Okay. So hopefully you were able to get that out of it. This says ujechti inage ane ho ale senoi ainu go gon. Okay, ainu go gon. Ujechti inage ane ho ale senoi ainu go gon. Okay, can you figure out what this is talking about in the sentence? Ujechti inage ane ho. Okay, they live in the woods, right? Ale senoi inu go gon, and they walk around at night, right? Okay, this one says del kai Dani Li Don Hon, Dani Li Don Hon, Ale Seshkino, Ga Don, Squo, Uni Lukti, Une Dosti. Okay, Del Gai, Dani Li Don Hon, Dani, got leg. Dani Li Don Hon, Ale Seshkino, Ga Don, Squo, Uni Lukti, Une Dosti. So, delka, trees. So, can you figure out what this sentence is talking about? So, they climb trees, but however, they also like to go around on the ground. So they're equally comfortable in the trees or on the ground. Uskanoli ge son. Okay, uskanoli ge son. What does this? This is a two-word sentence. So what can you tell me about this sentence? Uskanoli ge son. Okay, they're habitually slow, right? They are slow. Not going to be winning any races. Okay, hopefully this one you can just tell by the picture what this one's going to be about. But let's go ahead and read it. Unilakti, unigishti, kanugatli, kuwa, unasagi, sakta, tskoya, tskoya chudalen, Jutalena, Junsti Gisqua, Juwage, Walos, Tio Hartley, Ale, Gisturna. Okay, so this sentence, of course, is talking about all the different things that a possum eats. So they're omnivorous. They eat both plant matter and animals. So what are some of the things that they eat? Kanugatli, kuwa, unasugi, grapes, sunkta, apples, tkoya, judalena, different kinds of bugs, junstichiskwa, small birds, juwage, eggs, walosi, frogs, tiohatli, lizards, ale, gisturna, and crawdads. Okay? This one, ujechti, unilukti, uyojahi. And this should be tli right here. Gitli unigisti, ale, uli hoja, oh yeah, uli hoja ganatlai, or nai, ju kol, dani gisko. Okay. I kind of had to read through it myself. Ujetsti, unilukti, uyojahi, gitli, unigisti, ale, uli hoja, ganatlai, or ganatla, or etnai, jukol, dan nigisko. Okay? So, they, possums, they like trash, dog food, and the bones of dead animals to eat. Okay? And we talked about this ganatla'a or na'i, right? Depending on the community you come from, depends on which of those words they might use for the word for animals, the bones of dead animals, right? Duni jalti, gugi, danigiska. Okay, they are well known for eating ticks, gugi. Okay, gook or gugi. And hopefully when Miss Peggy is back with us, we'll ask her which word that she uses, gook or gugi, for tick. And they're both the same, just one's a shortened version of it. Around my area, mostly I hear the word gook for tick. But some places put the E at the end, gugi. Okay. So, sikwa, ujetsti, tal or tali, ale, naki, ijudetiyud, anehon. Okay. Sikwa, ujetsti, tal, ale, naki, ijudetiyud, anehon. Okay. Sikwa ujetsti, of course, is possum. Tal, two, ale, and or naki, four, ijudetiyud, years, anehon, they exist, right? So possums only live 2 to 4 years, okay? All right, this one here. EU Dali, huh? Go Husti. Juskastaneli. Uli Waja. Ajelersko. Yansug. Utah Tlog. Le. Dicto. Justuid ge soi. Okay, Justuid. Okay, so I believe that this is a new sentence for us. So let's kind of work our way through it, all right? Okay. EU Daliha. EU Daliha means like sometimes or from time to time or often. It's a reference to time. Go Husti. Juskastaneli. If something scares it, okay, go Husti, something, Juskastaneli. If it's scared, right? If it gets scared, if something scares it. Uli Hoja means dead. Aje Lensko, it pretends, okay? Uli Hoja. And let's talk about this word uli huoza. We learned it. We had it a little bit before in the paragraph talking about when it wanted to eat or that it would eat the bones of dead animals. And this is the same, uli huoza. Uli huoza is not usually used when referring to people. Okay, uli water refers to other things that die. Okay, usually when we talk about people dying or passing away, we say uyohusa. Okay, uyohusa, and this uli water is usually used for like when animals or things like that die. So just be aware that in Cherokee we kind of have two different words that we use for when something passes away or when something dies. Uli Huoza or Uyohusa. All right? Aje Lensko, pretend, to pretend. Yansug, okay? Yansug, they lay down, okay? Utah Tlog, their mouth is open. Okay, Utah Tlog. Ale Diktol, we've learned that word already. Diktol, eyes. Ale Diktol, Justuid. Okay, Justuid, eyes are open. Justuid. Okay. Gaison, it is habitually like that, okay? It's habitually that way. Okay. EU Daliha, go Husti, Juskastaneli, Uli Waja, Aje Lenskon, Yansug, Utatlog, Ale Diktol, Justuid, Gaison. Okay, hopefully that helps you. So this word, I want to talk about this word just a little bit, this justuid, okay? You can use that with anything that you can like open, like a door, he stui, open the door, he stui, okay? And then close it, he stu hug, close it. Okay, justuid, okay? They are opened. right? Die Tol, Just du Id, they are open, okay? Let's see. So let's read our way through it. Let's go super, super slow, okay? So we'll go slow. Try to read it along with me, okay? E, U, da, li, ha. E, U, da, li, ha. Go, hu, sti. Go, hu, sti. You, ska, sta, neli. You, ska, sta, neli. U, li, wo, zhe. U, li, wo, zhe. U, li, wo, zhe. A, j, lin, skon. A, j, lin, skon. Yan, na, su, ga. Okay. Yan, su, ga. Yan, su, ga. It lays down. Yan, su, ga. You, ta, tlog. You, ta, tlog. You, ta, tlog is how his mouth is open. You, ta, tlog. Ale, ale. Di, this is di, gi, do, li. But dik, toli. Dik, tol. Dik, toli. Ju, stu, ed. Okay, ju, stu, ed. Ju, stu, ed. Ju, stu, ed. Ge, son, e. Okay, ju, stu, ed. Ge, son, e. Okay, so really quickly, let's just look at these words. We're going to do a couple of different things with them to get you practice. And this is also something you can do on your own when you're practicing at home, or you're practicing by yourself, or you're even practicing with your kids, or practicing with your parents, or practicing with your significant other, or whoever it is you might be practicing with, right? Or you're in a group study thing. There are a couple different things you can do with a piece of text like this. So the first one that we're going to do is we're going to have some practice reading in syllabary, okay? So I will point to a word, and I'll give a little pause, okay? I'll point to a word, and I would like you to try and read it, okay? Not just read the individual characters, but read the entire word. However, if you are still at the beginning stages of reading in syllabary, one of the strategies that you can use is you can read individual characters, okay? So for example, if you were in the beginning stages, or if you're working with somebody who's still a beginner, you can say, okay, what sound does this character write here? Just this character only. What does it make? And then when they say ah, like, that's right. Can you find any other words on this page that have the sound ah in it, that have this character ah? And then, of course, it's right here. So you can do it that way. Or you can have them read entire words, right? So, or you can even say, is there a da somewhere, and then they would try to find a da, or a s, and of course there are lots of those there. But I think by Cherokee 3, hopefully we are ready to start reading individual words or entire words. So I will go to the word. I'll give a little bit of time. I want you to try to read it, and then I will read it for you, and you can check yourself, okay? So this one right here. What about this one right here? This word here. Okay. Hopefully you said ale, ale, ale. Okay, that one was pretty easy. Let's try this one here, this very last word in the entire sentence. Okay. What does that one say right there? Katohyat. Okay. Ge son e. Ge son. Ge son e. Ge son e. Ge son e. Good. Hiina. Katohyat. Katohadisko. Ahan. Okay. Go hoost. Go hoosty. Go hoosty. Go hoosty. Hiina. Hiina. Katohyat. Higoliye. Okay. Hiina. Higoliye. Uli water. Uli water. Uli water. Hiin. Higoliye. Katohadisko. Hiin. Okay, this one's a little bit hard because hik tole or dik tole, dik tole, dik tole, dik tole, or dik toll, dik toll. Either way is fine. The reason why I said that one is a little bit hard is because we don't normally say digi dole, okay? We say dik tole, okay? Hiin, higoliye. Hiin, higoliye. Yuskastanele. 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 Hiin. Gedeusti. Hiin. Ajelanskon. 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 All right, good job. So another way that you can use this, so that's one way that you can use these words, okay? Another way that you can do this, however, is you can also point to the word and try to translate it, okay? Or I can give you the English and you can try to find it on the page. So I'll give you the Cherokee and you in your mind try to tell me what it means in English, okay? So let's try it that way. That's, of the two ways to do it, that's the easier of the two. The much more difficult way to do it is for me to give you English and have you tell me the Cherokee or point to the word somewhere, which is not quite as difficult as having to actually say the word. But you can do it either way. And when you're practicing among yourself, or when you're practicing yourself, you can just, pick words at random and be like, okay, what does this word mean? Okay? So, the first word, what about yansug? Yansuga. 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 Okay. He lays down, right? Diktole. 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 Eyes, right? Uli water. Uli water. Uli water. Uli water. Uli water. Uli water. Dead, right? EU Dali, huh? EU Dali, huh? EU Dali, huh? Okay. Many times, or sometimes, or from time to time. Okay. Utatlog. 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 His mouth is open. Okay. Justuid. 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 Deek told Justuid. Okay. Again, they are open. They're open. Okay. All right. So again, that's another way that you can do this sentence, or this is how you can work when you're kind of trying to actually acquire the language, when you're actually trying to practice with yourself, or practice with others. These are some different strategies that you can use to kind of help yourself, because of course we're working on two aspects of fluency at the same time. We're working on our reading fluency and being able to read in the syllabary, because it's not the same as reading in phonetics. And we're also trying to acquire new vocabulary, right? We're trying to acquire new words, new ways of saying things. We're trying to acquire more Cherokee. So there are different ways that you can do that, and these are a few of them that you can use on your own. Because hopefully you're taking the class not just to get a grade, but hopefully you're also trying to actually learn to use the language and trying to become more familiar with your language. So remember, if you are Cherokee, this is your heritage. This is a part of who you are. You have ancestors, and they may not be that far back. They may be your parents. They may be your grandparents. For some of you, it may be even farther back. But there was somebody in your history that this was their language. This was the language that they spoke. This was how they looked at the world. So it is your right to have this language and to use it. So hopefully this is helpful to you. So we're almost out of time today. We've got just a few minutes left, and in the few minutes that we have left, I do want to go back through the song again, because there are, as I told you last time, I think this would be a really, really good thing to memorize, because it's almost like a little prayer to be told that you can use for meals, right? So, Hikta hesti ani kaskila chakawiyuhi ale nigan nikana tegwo nikana tegwo ejala kwo di skai ejala kwo di skai nihigwo didaleni jojal staya diha ale ujati aya ijayali elijeha. Okay, and so those are the first two. There are two others, and you can look right here on the side, and you can see the two other verses. O ja da do li sti ha na ski ya da ga ga. Okay, so there's you can start to read through on your own what these other two are like. All right, so we've got a lot of good information here. The next time we meet, we will go over the third verse of this hymn to be sung at meals, and we'll keep working through our informational paragraph about possums. So from all of us here at RSU TV, I just want to encourage you, and I want to say wadon, thank you for being here and for taking the time to go through this lesson. Just keep going through it. Listen to it as many times as you need to. You can't hear it often enough. Just know that even though you don't think you're making progress forward, you are acquiring more and more language the more that you listen to it. So anyway, I just want to say wadon and don dago ha'i.